Nevin has been offered terms at Kilmarnock. The Tranmere winger will give Killie his decision on Monday.
And Cameroon World Cup star Jean-Claude Pagal could soon be a Kilmarnock player. He and French striker Jerome Valerie are both under close consideration. Scottish international winger Pat Nevin is another who could be bound for Rugby Park. Manager Bobby Williamson's been talking to him about the prospect of signing for last season's Scottish Cup winners.
We've been speaking to Pat, and hopefully we're not too far away with Pat. He's going to take over the weekend to speak to his wife, and it's a big decision for him coming back up the road with his family commitments, and we'll give him every opportunity to think over, and then he can get back to us. As for Jean-Claude, he came over yesterday. We've had a look at him in training today. He looks the part. He's obviously been a really good player, and he still is. As I said, we'll need to weigh up that option, and we'll see how he goes.
Return to Scottish football is on hold tonight. Kilmarnock have agreed a transfer fee with Tranmere. Now all that remains is for Nevin to settle personal terms with the Rugby Park side. The 33-year-old made his move south in 1983 when he left Clyde to join Chelsea. He still has 1 year remaining on his contract at Tranmere. They announced the signing of Scotland international Pat Nevin. Also joining the Rugby Park side was Martin O'Neill, formerly of Clyde. Nevin says he's delighted to be back in Scotland.
I think the time had come at Tranmere, and the clubs had agreed a figure, so I came up to have a look, and when I had a look, and after I talked to Bobby Williamson, my mind was almost made up right away, and we just try to get odds and ends sorted out down south, and as soon as that was sorted out, I was really happy to be here.
Aberdeen this season, but what about tomorrow's opponents, Kilmarnock? The Cup winners have signed Martin Baker from St Mirren and former Scotland winger Pat Nevin from Tranmere. But Charlie Nicholas still thinks it could be a long, hard season for manager Bobby Williamson.
I think I can see them over the period of a season struggling. I don't think, again, like Motherwell, they can afford too many injuries. And I think Bobby will go along again with the young players. But if they don't, start the season quite promisingly, then, you're asking a lot to bring in your kind of older pros and say, I really need results now. You need to scrap for me early in the season. And I think Kilmarnock will find, being in the bottom half more than the top.
The rest of the league have seen them now. They know what to do to stop them. Hopefully these guys can come up with something fresh to get the better of these defenders. That's why I brought Pat Nevin in. I felt maybe the responsibility in these guys is too much at a young age. And Pat's come in, and he'll do his bit as well.
Kilmarnock got a pat on the back for winning the Cup. Now they have a well-known Pat up front as well. For the rest, there's the very real prospect of battling against relegation, something with which Kilmarnock, Motherwell and Hibs have become all too familiar. 10 weeks ago, the Stars were in stripes as Kilmarnock lifted the Scottish Cup for the first time in 68 years and only the third time in club history. The Rugby Park side hope that magic moment is a springboard for the new season.
Well, hopefully it'll be a very big springboard. The lads came back elated really, and they really looking the part in pre-season. The first couple of weeks, everybody came back in really good shape and they worked very, very hard. Hopefully we can go into the season on a high and get a good result for Aberdeen.
These were the incredible scenes in Kilmarnock as the Cup heroes arrived home, and for the supporters, the mouth-watering prospect of watching their team playing in Europe.
That's a big bonus, it's something none of us are used to. We've been drawn against an Irish team and people say we should get through easy. I don't see it like that, I think every team you get in Europe these days will be hard. Shelbourne beat Derry City, who beat Celtic, so you only need to look to that. If you think it's going to be a walkover, then you'll be very, very foolish.
McIntyre scored when Kilmarnock beat champions Rangers at Ibrox last season, but Bobby Williamson's team sailed perilously close to relegation and they don't fancy the same again.
I just don't want to let anybody down in this job, and I'll keep on striving to do my best for Kilmarnock Football Club and hopefully get the players on the part to put on a show and get results.